I'm someone who strongly believes that you should really try to customize your stream as much as possible to try and make you different. Now, this is why I kind of hate those websites like Owned and those other places where you buy stream overlays, because everyone else bought the same overlay. The likes of YouTubers even promote you and all your friends can buy the same ones, but it'll never be the exact same. But it is, and I don't care what you have to say about that. One of the things that you can really make your stream a bit more customizable though is with your alerts. So I've always been a big believer of, having custom alerts and not just have just a basic thing or like, yeah, you can get kind of memey with them and stuff like that. But what if you were your own alerts? And better yet, what if you were your own alerts with a green screen? Now, obviously, you're going to need a green screen to be able to do this, but it's not the end of the world. Like this green screen right here, which is, I believe, 4 foot by 1 foot or something like that, was €30 on eBay. I've already made the alerts, but I want to show you exactly how you can incorporate them into your stream. Let's go take a look. I forgot to mention at the start of the video, but I stream on Twitch.
Okay, so look, there's going to be a few different ways that we could do this, but the easiest way is to record yourself in front of your green screen, looking like an idiot, and then importing that into a video editing software such as Premiere Pro. For example, this is one that I've already created, but here's the raw file that I initially created. And I just sat here, and my idea was I was just going to bounce up and down in front of my green screen. Now, so you can see, it took me a couple of attempts because my green screen is quite narrow, so trying to make sure I stayed inside the frame perfectly, but also making sure that there was no shadow casted behind me. That's where you can see me like this, trying to see exactly what position should I be in to cause the least amount of shadows while pulling up my pants. Then from here, then, I have these different just jumping up and downs, which I then keyed out the green, which you can easily do by the clip selected, go into effects, type in key, and what I'd recommend is using the ultra key. So as we can see here now, let's just go back to one of my first ones here. So I have obviously moved them around. Let's actually just make a brand new one. Okay, so we're going to turn this one here into one of the alerts now, okay? So let's go just until before I start to set up. Cut that out. So again, we're going to get the ultra key here. Now, everyone's settings are going to be different. Everyone's lighting is a slightly different shade of white. Everyone's green is going to be a slightly different shade of green, so this is all just about playing with these settings over here. And we're going to take the dropper, we're going to select our green. Now, as you can see, it's clearly not perfect, okay? So we can say, it can be quite aggressive. That's going to help that quite a bit. Then there's all these other different settings that you can play with, just to make sure that everything is the right exact color. Now, I've already done this over here on these. So I'm actually just going to copy and paste the same settings over because, no, I won't lie, they took me a little bit to kind of get it perfect. But just in case, we have a similar color, here are all my settings. Now, so anyway, as you can see, so that's actually looking quite good now, but obviously there's still the whole background situation going on, but we can easily just crop that out. So again, going down to the effects, go to crop, drag that into the clip, and now it should show up here. So now just crop out, anything that's not your green screen if your green screen isn't taking up your entire thing. So example, I'm going to crop it to like about here because there's like the little bend with my curved monitor. So it has to overcompensate a little bit. Same here with the left. Let's do that until it's completely gone left. See, I even forgot a bit up here. So when you go back to we can actually get that when we do the top. And what I even do to test this out, just to make sure, because it's hard to tell if you're fully green screened out. If you bring a picture into your thing, I like to use this Yahoo just because of how vibrant that purple is. So now we'll have a full color here. You can easily just make a block or something like that. So now if we press play just to do a check, that looks absolutely perfect. Okay, so now we know we can get rid of this and we can actually move our start and end positions. So this box here is exactly what you're going to render out. So you can just render out something just randomly in the middle of your screen. Press Control and M to bring up your export settings. Now, first you're going to want to make sure you have the WebM plugin to render to WebM from Premiere Pro. I'm going to leave that link in the description. Just basically install that. Then we change the format to WebM preset custom. Doesn't really matter. Call it whatever. So let's just say Gunwink, because that's what we did. Don't need to export audio. Keep audio undone. Now, unless you have audio in yours, I just keep it out. Like obviously if you do have audio, but mine doesn't, so whatever. Yeah, we'll keep all this fine. We'll keep all this fine. VP9 is what we want. We want consistent quality with it. Now, with the quality set to 50, that's fine. But a 6 megabyte file for an alert is actually quite large. And depending on how powerful your PC is, this could actually start to cause some problems. So if we turn that down, I like to keep them about 3 to like no more than 5. 5 at absolute max, but that has to be like a big stinger transition. 3 megabyte would be fine. We could even make it lower. We could make it 2. I think 2 would be fine. And also don't forget to tick include alpha chat. So what we can do then is we can export this straight away. It's just going to go snap like that. Okay, and once that's done, we can open up OBS. Okay, so once you've done that, then there's just something that we have to test to make sure. So I think it's always a good idea to go into your OBS, go to media source, just call it test, whatever. Of course, it's already taken. This is my test OBS install, test 2. And now we're going to browse and we're going to drag the file in. Now, what I recommend to do is just set it to loop just so you can keep seeing, and there it is. So this is what we've just created. This is just what we've rendered, but it's not an alert yet. You know what I mean? There's still a bit more that we can do with this, and that's where we're going to have some fun. We can do this by doing it 2 different ways, or probably even more. But the 2 best ways I know how to do it is either by using something like Stream Elements or Streamlabs, or by going fully custom by using something like Touch Portal or using something like Leorin Board. I'm going to show you the Stream Elements way just because it's the easier way, but if I am meaning to make a whole Touch Portal video, it's just a lot of you might not know what Touch Portal is yet, and I'd rather have that video out first, just in case if you watch this video first, you know, you have something to fall back on. So let's go take a look at Stream Elements, which everybody has access to if you stream on Twitch. Okay, so what you want to do when you go into Stream Elements anyway is just click on My Overlays, create a blank overlay. So what we want to do now is we're going to add a widget and we're going to take an alert box. Now let's say we're going to take this alert box and we're going to make it the full size. So let's say now if we emulate a follow event right now, that's what happens. Okay, we want to change that. So let's say we want this to be our follow alert. So we can change the video, press upload, select your file, take that rendered clip that we've just created and add it in here, press submit, and now it's going to be us shooting the gun or whatever you were doing. Now, if you want to have your own sound, so you can always just upload a different sound here. Maybe it's a sound clip of you going, yeah, boy, or thanks for the follow, or just you shouting just something that's relevant to your stream, you know, just press follow event. And there we go. It doesn't even loop it. Now it'll probably waste it, loop it. It's all going to depend on what you do. But what you can do then is just copy the URL, head back over to OBS, hello, plus press on browser. Let's just call this alerts because that's what it is going to be at the end of the day. Paste that link in 1920 by 1080. Okay. And now once we go back over to, don't forget to press save. We'll call this alerts for YouTube because that's what we're doing. Now it's all saved. That URL should work. So now if I just press the emulate follow event, hey, it took it a minute. So yeah, that's how you do it using Stream Elements. Now this can work with, you know, Streamlabs, you know, they all kind of follow the same type of principle. Even if you don't stream on Twitch and you're someone who like streams on Trovo or something like that, you know, using Botrix, you can do this easily also. They all kind of use the same type of system. You know, once you know how to use Stream Elements or Streamlabs, you can do them all. So, yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share it with some friends who you think it might be able to help them. Again, I stream on Twitch most days of the week. Don't forget to hit me up over there. Thanks so much for watching again. I'll see you in the next one.